Howdy Whisky folks, welcome to Whisky Web Wednesday. It's been an interesting time recently. We had lots of snow and I had my dirt bike out and I was zooming along on the way to Shelter Point Distillery one morning and yeah, I got a bit carried away. I accelerated a bit too much in the car park, slid off my bike and did this to my shoe. So look, that's where the foot peg went, right in there. So this is why you wear safety boots, or proper motorcycle boots, preferably, because if that had gone right in my skin, it would have been, ouch. Thankfully, it was just a little graze, and I'll live to tell the tale. But I'll post the video after this little whiskey review, just so you can have a laugh at me falling over on a motorbike in the snow. And I think it's always interesting to find out where our limits are, and if you can find those limits while still being safe and living to tell the tale, then that's a good thing. You've learned something, next time where the limits are. But after an experience like that, you just want a nice strong whiskey. Obviously not before or not during, don't ever drink and ride, but after you've had a traumatic experience, or you've had any sort of adrenaline rush, sometimes it's just nice to chill at the end of the day and just recover with a nice strong dram. So I looked through the cupboard and I found this one, and it's called Whatever Floats Your Boat, and it's number 12, and if you know your SMWS codes, you'll know that number 12 is Bunnahabhain. So this is an 8-year-old Bunnahabhain, and it's cask number 18. It was distilled on the 29th of September 2009, so right around the time of economic mayhem, the financial crash, and it was a first fill ex-Bourbon barrel, 60.4% alcohol. That's definitely gonna numb the pain, I think. And this is one of 174 bottles. I'm a huge fan of SMWS. Single cask whiskies are fantastic, a great opportunity to try something a little different, and the fact that you're getting cask strength as well is always a bonus. You get to choose how much water goes in, not the distillery. Now, the SMWS used to have cracking tasting notes on their labels. I'll read this one out to you. It's not quite as captivating as some of the earlier ones I had, but 2 drams in one, lively with plenty of ginger spice when it's neat, whereas diluted, it's thick and sweet like creme anglaise and brioche à tête. Never tried either of those things, but sounds reasonably tasty, I would say. So let's reminisce. Definitely an unpeated Bunnahabhain. It's quite earthy, caramel. Almost reminds me of sliding the motorbike in the dirt. But there's a creaminess to it as well. There's vanilla for sure. I think that's where they're getting that sort of creme association. And you know what, for 60.4%, it doesn't actually prickle your nose too much. It's actually quite easy to nose. Bit of fruit pie. Okay, let's see if it's an easy rider. Ooh, yeah, there's the warmth. My foot feels way better already. You just get that nice sensation as the whole thing oozes down the body. It's thick, it's viscous, it's hot, it's pain numbing. This is a good post-motorcycle crash dram, I tell you. Bit of wood coming through now as well. Freshly shorn oak. Yeah, lots of toffee, caramel. Okay, let's try with a bit of water. I think this would benefit from a touch of water just to open it up a bit more. It feels, or it seems quite tight. It's quite drawn in. It's got more to release, I'm sure. Yeah, maybe more branniness coming through, or some kind of cereal notes. A bit more tropical fruit now. The fruit's changed. It's more pineapple-y, more tropical. But for some reason, it actually it reminds me a little bit of that North Korean whiskey. There's like an earthiness in here. if anyone's watched my like North Korean video with hangover-free whiskey, there's a similar note in this. It's not the unpleasant stuff, but you know, the earthiness, like almost like the parsnippy type note. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So after you've been for a slide in the earth, have a nice earthy dram, or even a slide in the snow even. So yeah, check out the video. It's quite entertaining. No major damage was done to body or bike. I just had a couple of plasters on my heel, and then I kind of bent the front brake of the bike a little bit, but it all still works, so all good. You just dust yourself down, you move on. So cheers folks, happy Whiskey Wednesday, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.
Oh well, that's what happens. Too much. Lock and load.